Go.
We doing the stream thing or no? I don't think anybody's on.
Yeah, I'm in the
Oh.
stream.
Is anybody? Okay. All right, I'll close out of Call of Duty with party.
No.
Oh, with I meant to do without.
Oh, you dick! That's your fault.
Yeah, I messed it up. I did it. But I don't know if we have anybody here, so I may just make this extremely short. Because Jeff's out of town, so he's not getting on. I'll turn my cam on. Where's the stupid stream thing at? Wait, how do I pull that out? Pop out. Cool, there it goes. Oh, I still have Call of Duty going in the background. Cool. Well, I don't know if I don't see too many people, so I think it's just us tonight. Oh, there's Shar. So, but for the sake of keeping it going, let's just go ahead and chat about the stuff a little bit.
It's Molly.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, they look the same to me.
That's...
It's because I'm blind.
You are blind though.
Not supposed to be, because I had the LASIK. But anyway, okay. It was a heck of a week. Let's see what happened this last
streaming?
week. Yeah, it should be going. Oh, I should probably send that link out, shouldn't I?
Alright, I'm gonna go pee, and I'll be back.
Cool. What's up, Jeremy?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much. Oh. How goes it, though?
It's all right. I'm at work today, so.
Oh, it might be a little limited then.
Yeah, we'll see. A couple calls just went out, so.
Oh, gotcha. I'm going to try to fidget with the, Anyway, yeah, so.
Hello.
League is getting crazy. Oh, Jeremy's here. Danimal.
What up, Trotter?
What's going on?
I will say we did a poll, which we'll get to later, and it was pretty interesting. I kind of threw up people's guesses as the first, second, and third, and we had I don't know, 5 people or so kind of throw something out there, so throw some votes out there. But the one thing is, I also threw up a poll for who's going to finish in last, and leave it to Danny to make sure that he has his stupid karma crap all there. He's the one person who didn't vote for Chad to finish last.
Why do you think he's gonna finish last?
Because he's 0-10.
He's 0-10, but like he's been putting up a lot more points than some other people lately.
No, he literally has not.
Well, you look at Christie's team and tell me that again.
Oh man, you bashing at Christie again. You don't bash her. You don't voodoo the Christie. Technically,
Whatever.
they both have scored 77 points per game in their last 12, but by fractional points, Chad is still worse than Christie.
Well, you also have to look at the trend. Is he going up or is he going down?
Is your stream frozen or something?
My stream?
Or your cam on your thing?
No, it's moving from me.
Yeah, mine shows it's not on either.
Oh, now it's freaking out. Is your Call of Duty still open? Oh, now he's gone. But anyway. Oh gosh, where was that at though? Yeah, the league's getting it's separating. There certainly seems to be a top half and a bottom half. For the I've kind of so we play 14 games in the regular season. I've kind of always thought that essentially if you get 8 wins, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in. If you get 7 wins, it might come down to a tiebreaker because that just makes sense, split it right down the middle.
Well, it's kind of like I think it was either last year or the year before when we had like a ton of people sitting at
yeah.
like 6 and 6, and it was literally like a 5-way tie
It was
to
insane, yeah.
determine.
I think I see it now. I see now, Danny. I think it was last year. It was like Ange got last, but it it was where was it at? She got last, but it wasn't even close to. She almost made the playoffs. She was the 8th seed. She went 6 and 8. Like here's the standings. If you can see my screen. Oh wait, am I sharing my screen? I may not be. How do I do that? Screens. That one there. Okay, there. You can see my screen here. Last year's records, 3 through 12 were between 8 and 6 and 5 and 9. They're separated by 3 games. This year has been like the total opposite. It's been like, how do I get back to our year? This year, I mean, there are some I mean, we got 8 and 2, 8 and 2, 7 3, 6 4, 6 4, 6 4. I mean, all the way down to 0 and 10 and 2 and 8. This league, this year, I feel like there really is a distinction between the top half and the bottom half. It's kind of crazy. It's funny how different 2 years can be. Last year we were all together. This year, no, there's a top half and a bottom half. I feel like anyway.
I mean, you could almost pretty much say that like Chad is guaranteed he's going to the
he's officially eliminated at this point
yeah.
because I think if he were to go 4-0 down the stretch, he'd finish 4-10, and 6th place has 6 wins. So he was actually technically eliminated last week even.
Yeah, and really probably even Tyler and Christie. I mean,
yes, they have to.
Still, they'd get 6, and then maybe Christie still has a slim shot.
I don't know how it works out with like the matchups, but technically, Christie can finish 7 and 7 right now. Tyler can finish 6 and 8. So if I feel like there's probably some crazy world where 7 and 7 might still get in at this point. Heck, maybe even 6 and 8. But yeah, I was looking at the playoff teams because I'm kind of trying to see who's going to be good and who's going to be scary and who's not. And I didn't see a single team that I was like, I want to play them. Like all these playoff teams. I mean, both of your teams, Joe's, James's, Ange. Like Ange is the hottest team in the league right still. We've been saying that for like 2 months, I feel like, but I think she still is averaging. She's now averaging the 2nd most points per week. Danny just passed her finally, but it's crazy. Like I don't know who's going to come out on top this playoff season, but they're going to earn it because there's not going to be an easy matchup there at all. So.
Like top 4 teams, like what? Jeremy, Joe, Ange.
Oh, for the last 4 weeks?
No, just top 4 right now. Like Like all my guys are hurt, so I feel like I'm bottom tier of the playoffs
Hmm.
now. Like what? Are you second to bottom or third?
Probably. I mean, I'm banking on a lot of. I mean, if you look at what I would, what record I should be if I played the median, I should only be 6-4. So I've just been lucky with who I've happened to play a couple of those weeks, really. On the flip side, Joe should be 9-1, and he's 6-4. Like Joe's had the worst luck. I mean, you can tell by looking at the points scored against. I have had 831 points scored against me. That is terrible. On the flip side, where's Joe at? Joe's had you've had 992. Joe's had 924 points scored against him. That's I've it would take to make up the difference between your points against and my points against. It would take Chad scoring probably for 5 weeks to make up for that to accumulate that many points. That's how bad it's been. So.
Oh wow. Wow.
Hey, but let's talk about Chad a little bit more though, man. Like, is he is he gonna go over? I mean, dude had his chance. You're right though. He is getting a little bit better, but he's still losing left and right. What's his schedule? Oh, I'd have to figure that crap out again. Like, is there a win in his? I don't remember there being a win in his forecast. We talked about maybe Jeff, possibly because Jeff had everybody on bye, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Could you
What
imagine how
like
much fun that would be though if he went over?
oh yeah, it would be. But like here's the thing. Like he might get last, but I don't think there's a chance he goes over because that would just be cruel.
You don't think there's a
If
chance?
oh, I think there's a chance.
So what you're saying
I
is you're trying to give him the
but
good voodoo.
well, I think well, I everybody has a good week. I'm just hoping that he didn't fritter it away on the Jeff week because I don't know. What did he want to play? Jimmy Garoppolo? What quarterback did that guy play?
I don't know, Jimmy. Probably Jimmy Garoppolo.
Either way,
I will say, I sent Chad. I was trying to get rid of Tua because I just needed room to do anything on my roster. I sent Chad a trade for Tua. If he would have accepted it, he would have beaten Jeff that week. And I didn't look at it, but he was at least within a shot of Ange this week. But he was so fantasy depressed that he didn't even like look at it, didn't even acknowledge it. So
yeah. And like, if you don't care anymore, we need to make the sucko worse
it's
because
got to be something that you
like,
dread.
yikes, man,
Yeah,
yikes.
but yeah, I mean, we'll take a quick look at the players this last week and how they shaped up. Justin Fields is killing it, man.
Poor guy.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
How exciting is that as a Bears fan?
Pretty darn exciting.
I can't wait for the future of this of how things are looking right now because not only does he look good, but it looks like we finally have a team that the coaching staff is being intelligent about how they game plan for their strengths, something Nagy never did, and the front office has shown that they want to build on the offensive side. They go and trade away their two of their best defensive players for draft picks, and then on the flip side, give up one of those picks essentially for a wide receiver one. Like that's just exciting. I don't know. I would much rather have it be a Bears fan when the Bears are playing like they have the last couple of weeks, putting up points, looking fun, but it's a shootout and they lose. You know that happens. I'd rather lose putting up points than the boring slugfest defensive battles that we've kind of had historically. I don't know,
Oh, definitely.
but yeah. Fields has been on fire. So wide receiver or quarterback one again, Mahomes there again, Tua again, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts ended up being number 4 this week. I didn't even realize that. Craziness. Running backs, we had JT and Barkley in the 1 and 2. Your boy Aaron Jones there, Danny. One guy I don't see up on this list is Jeremy's boy,
I
the one who
know.
shall not be named. What happened?
I don't know, man.
Did he go into hibernation for a week?
Yeah, just for a week.
Yeah, probably about to make up for it and score twice as many points as he should this week.
Where's he at? How much he score? I
I
didn't see
don't
that
even
game.
I don't even see him
I
on
think he
here.
was held to like 60 yards or
Oh, he
something.
is right here. 6.7.
How
Yeah.
many carries? 19?
19
19
carries,
carries,
53.
53 yards.
Whew. Ken Walker's another guy that's been great lately. Etienne's another guy that's been great lately, but they both just sucked. How about that, by the way? Did you guys see the San Francisco game?
Yeah.
Elijah Mitchell got 18 carries. You go and you trade for CMC only to put him in a committee? Is that legit? That's craziness. We'll see if that holds up. That may have just been a hot hand kind of deal because Mitchell did look better in that game running the ball anyway. McCaffrey looked great catching the ball, but
Well, and McCaffrey still, he just came off that, ankle injury or?
true. So anyway, then wide receivers, we had some big wide receiver games. Christian Watson leading the charge. And then you got CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson right there, two studs. Devontae Adams making the top 10. You got Kadarius Toney. You got who's this guy? Gabe Davis. Christian Watson. Maybe that's a good segue to talk about the
Shut up, John.
the waivers. I kind of went hard after him.
Obviously.
Just a bit. I pulled a Chad. What can I say? I mean, at this point, what else? I figured, what else am I going to spend Fab on? I wanted that guy. I feel like there's a chance he's legit. You know, he's Devontae Adams light for Aaron Rodgers. So, what the heck? I figured let's go for it. So, it could end up being a waste. It could end up being worth it. Who knows? But so,
He got gimped up a little bit, right? But it's no big deal.
oh, did he? Yeah, say something about his ankle, but he was a full participant in practice yesterday, I guess. So must not have been
Okay.
too bad.
No.
Then Dulcich was picked up for eight schmackaroonies. Couple defenses, and then Keontae Ingram. I don't know who that is. It sounds like a Hannibal Lecter thing. Isn't that some Keontae and some fava beans? Isn't that how that goes? I never heard of that dude before in my life. So, but how about that? Did you hear about what happened with Eno Benjamin?
No. What?
He was James Conner was hurt for a while, and Eno Benjamin was their starter. Apparently, James Conner came back, and Eno said he still wanted to be the starter, so they just straight up said no and get out of here. You're cut. And they just cut him. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. From starter, the fill-in starter, to just pack your bags and get the heck up out of here. So anyway, then a couple kickers, I guess. People needed the kickers. Cam Akers dropped. Back to the waiver wire with him. Whew, spicy. Was
You can have
anybody,
him
how,
back,
how
Chad.
surprised were you by that, Jeremy? Going back, what was that, Danny? I'm sorry.
Oh, Chad. I said you can have him back, Chad.
You can have him back. You gonna send him another fat head too?
No. Jeez.
uh,
Jeff should have waited a couple weeks. Probably get that thing like 80% off.
probably. Um, how surprised were you by that bid, though? Is that the highest bid we've had all year? I think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Because didn't he spend like 30 something on the one?
Jeff Wilson, right? Forever ago.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson.
And that's worked out for him actually. So that's probably the one good move he's made all year. So anyway, we'll see. I may look like an idiot for that one if Christian Watson was a one-hit wonder, but it is what it is. So anyway.
I think they'll be good. I think it's just a matter of Rodgers going to still be good.
Oh yeah. I think we were texting each other after that went through, and I think I told you how I really feel about it, and that's that if Christian Watson ends up sucking because the Packers are absolute trash, I won't mind. I won't mind that I wasted my fab as a Bears fan. I'll take that. I'll take that. And then the top tight ends. I almost picked up Cole Kmet. I actually had to fill in for Andrews, who was on bye, and I was debating between Greg Dulcich and Cole Kmet. And Dulcich caught one ball for 11 yards for me, and I let Cole Kmet go, who's a Bear, and he catches 2 touchdowns, 74 yards. Good God, talk about getting it wrong. But anyway, the big thing I wanted to chat about, go through, was that the list of who people think are going to be legit and not this year. Let's see, where's it at? So for the polls here, we had a good number of votes. Apparently everybody thinks Joe's going to run away with this thing. He got 3 of the 5 votes for who's going to finish first this season. Somebody voted for me. Christy voted for me. Why'd you do that, Christy? She gave me the curse.
Are we supposed wasn't this supposed to be anonymous?
I don't think it matters. I mean,
No,
who do you
I
think
want to point
voted
out.
for Jeff?
I want to point out that every time Christy has voted in the game of the week,
I
she's
know.
lost.
Yeah, I
Except for
know.
one.
She gave me the kiss of death right here potentially. I'm now guaranteed to not win. Thank you, Christy. The other ones that are interesting though, to finish second, 2 more for Joe. Man. And then Jeremy had 2. I had 2 more. And then third place we have Joe again, Danny, then James and me. So I'm seeing a lot of Joe up there. I'm seeing a lot of me too, but I think that maybe people just looking at my record and not really realizing that I'm broken. That my team's not very good. I personally picked Joe to win it, Jeremy to get second, and James to get third. But it could have gone any which way.
John has no confidence in his team whatsoever.
I do not. I'm spending $42 on a Packer that has played 1 game this year. I'm in full tilt mode, okay? But anyway.
I love how Jeff voted for himself first.
Of course, I know, of course. Of course. Jeff, the one vote for Jeff was by himself. What a punk. That's funny though. But man, what I want to do though, I haven't had the time, and I probably won't get the time. What I want to do is kind of break. I can't wait for this last couple weeks because I think there are going to be some critical matchups coming up here. Well, see, let's take a look at week 14 real quick. We have an 8-2 team against 5-5 right now. James versus Jeff. What's up, buddy? Brian versus Jeremy. That could be. Oh, look at this. Joe versus Ange. And then I'm praying that this is Chad's 0-13 team trying to get the 1 win against Danny right there. That'd be fantastic.
That's how it's gonna work, man.
There's a chance
Hey.
though that what's that?
That's not this week, is it?
No, this is the last week of the season.
Oh, okay.
I think these are going to be like a playoff match before the playoff match for some of these. These 3 right here, actually these 4 for that matter. Me versus Maggie. There's a chance that could be win and get in. If Jeff's still alive, same thing right here. This one though, I'm sorry, this one here, Joe versus Ange. That could actually be essentially whoever wins that matchup gets in. But man, there's a lot of really good matchups right here. I think when it comes to this week, and when it comes to all the playoff weeks, I'm gonna have a game of the week matchup pick 'em for every single game that's really relevant at that point. So people are gonna have a chance to rack up a bunch of game of the week pick points at the end of the season. So, but I'm getting ahead of myself. What are we on, week 11 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the matchups we got? Me versus Brian, Maggie versus Danny,
Oh, okay.
Christy, Jeff, Joe, and James. Woo. I like that one. Ange, Tyler, Jeremy, Chad. This could be some good ones. I'm kind of. What do you guys want to do for game of the week? Kind of like in James versus Joe myself. I think those are two of the best teams that we have.
A powerhouse game. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I kind of like that one too.
Cool. Let's do it then. We'll make James versus Joe the game of the week.
Undo. Hey, I go back real quick.
Mhm.
Click on Ange's team and Tyler's team. This is interesting to me. Oh, okay. No quarterback there.
She'll probably play Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna. Oh, what happened there? And he's gonna throw another 3 touchdowns to Christian Watson. What is happening?
Oh, it's Thursday night football too.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I know. I did it to myself.
Yikes, John.
I know. I know. Tua's on bye though. He's playing Russell Wilson. Ugh. Ugh. Tyler, what are you thinking?
No, he probably hasn't looked at it yet.
That's true. That's true. I mean, if that's the only person you can play though, that's who you got to play. So.
Oh crap. Tua's on bye.
Yeah. Tua's on bye. Oh man.
I'm sorry.
That's good stuff.
Everybody's got really bad. Well, a lot of people seem to have really bad luck this year.
So who do you? Okay, the three of us have pretty good records. Who are each of you most wanting to avoid right now in the playoffs?
Chad. I don't want to lose Chad.
Okay. Who of the top 6, not counting yourself, who?
Hey, if you play him in the playoffs, then something's wrong.
Oh,
There.
is that what you meant? Like, who
Yeah,
do
in
you
the
not want to see
playoffs.
in the playoffs?
No, yeah. Who do you not want to go up against in the playoffs? Because their team just makes you piss your pants.
Probably Joe.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. I think Joe, Jeremy, the one who shall not be named, has bent me over and taken me to town in playoff years so many times before that I do not want to play you either. I'm terrified to play the one who shall not be named,
Yeah, I
Mr.
don't want that either.
Mr. Henry, and then a James
Okay,
too.
switch
Yeah.
it around. Who do you most want to play?
Who do you most want to play of these
Yeah.
6? Let's say of these 6 right now. We'll say.
Yeah.
Oof. Who would I want to play? Do I get to play him this week?
No.
Because I would mind playing you with like all of your wide receiver, like top end wide receiver ones being broken. That'd be
Dude,
fantastic.
watch out, man. That's when like these Gordon guys like, I'm still good. I'm still good.
Yeah. Oh man, who would I want to? Who would I want to? Who do I want to? If I could pick anybody to play against in here, gosh, man, get away from me. Get the hell away from me, Derrick Henry. I mean, you still got Kelsey. By the time playoffs come around, I imagine you'll have at the least, what's his face, Jamar Chase back.
He's still in crutches.
Yeah, but that's a month away though. So
Yeah,
Kelsey
still.
and Aaron Jones. Who do the Packers play? The Okay, you get the Rams. I don't. Well, it depends on what week we're talking about, I guess. But and Justin Fields, if he keeps playing this way, that could be crazy. Joe, Jefferson, Chubb, Waddle, Joe Burrow. How about no? Debo Samuels, Miles Sanders. Goddard did get hurt, so he's got that hit. I don't know if Goddard will be back or not. James, Tyreek Hill, Austin. I want the bye. That's what I want. I want to avoid all of these players, all of these teams. These teams are ridiculous. All right, I'll take Ange.
If I had to look at it, I mean,
I just saw Ange's team. I compared to the others, I'll take this one. What about you guys?
I'm gonna go with you or Ange. Those are the teams. I think us three are gonna be we'll need a little giddy up to get up there, I suppose. Feel like.
Yeah.
Not that, like, click your team real quick. Like, I mean, Barkley, freaking Taylor. And then especially after Taylor, if Taylor does what he did, so Hurts, Barkley, Taylor is gonna be
Don't forget about Mandrews.
rough. Man, I don't know. I'm not a big yeah, but
The
I
reason
have a
I
feeling.
traded for Jonathan Taylor because he plays he has a pretty good playoff schedule, and he gets a bye to get help to get fresher. So he's really been bad this year, but I have faith that he'll be good for me down the stretch. We'll see.
That team's got a little bit to prove right now.
I've also got DK Metcalf on bye right now. Don't forget that.
If OBJ comes back and he's on a decent team, that's cool.
I feel like the receivers I have are not. I mean, they're not. They're lower ranked. I mean, DK Metcalf is the only one that's probably an every week starter. But between these other guys that I have, Devonta Smith, Christian Watson, uh, and then OBJ and Kadarius Toney, I'm hopeful that one of those guys is going to at least be good. Not just somebody I can throw in there, but somebody that I feel confident in. So I don't know. But yeah, you're smart to pick me probably.
Currently, give me
compared
another 2 weeks, maybe.
compared to these teams, I mean, I've been. What is my last four? My last four is pretty bad. My last four, I am seventh. So of the playoff teams, let's see. Danny's first, Ange is second, Jeremy's third, Joe's four. Joe's four. Joe's been like number one the whole time. Somehow he's four. That has more to do with everybody else being good than him falling off or anything. James is five, then Jeff's six, and I'm seven. So yeah, I mean, look at these scores right here. I'm scoring 15 points less than you per week. So yeah, I think it's probably smart to to say I want to play him. I want to play John.
But I never win. I feel like I never beat you. Like, I haven't beat Jeremy, I don't think, since he won the championship, which
Mm-hmm.
I think he beat me to do that. And then Christy, I feel like normally is just one of those random things.
Christie's got that voodoo. I remember I laugh about this all the time. I remember one year Jeff played Christie when she was like the worst team that year, one of the worst teams that year, and all he needed to do was win, and he was in the playoffs. And Christie went out and scored. I'm not even exaggerating, 150 something against him, and knocked him out of the playoffs. It was the greatest thing ever.
I remember I wasn't paying attention. I just remember you were like, dude, are you looking at this? You gotta turn it on, buddy.
It was so good. It was so good. Jeremy, what about you though? You didn't speak up. Who would you choose to play of the top six teams right now if we were in the playoffs? Fast forward a month and then pick.
If I was in, I'd probably have to go. I was thinking either James or Ange.
Mhm.
James is kind of a little bit of a stretch, but it just depends on what kind of day Mahomes is really having, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So, I mean, if he has a down day and
Look at these receivers:
I mean,
Tyreek
he's got
Hill,
awesome
Amon Ra.
receivers, but they're just I feel like a lot of them are up and down,
Yeah, you're right.
but not that any of mine are ever really consistent either, but
Man, if one of the, I mean, his bench is pretty slim to be honest with you.
I mean, one of my two losses this year was to Joe,
Mhm.
and I have to play Joe again in week 13.
Mm,
So potentially I'm going to play Joe 3 times this year.
that would suck. I don't know how I snuck off with a win against him. His team was, oh man, this team's ridiculous. Jefferson, Waddle, Debo,
Oh man, I love Waddle too.
Chubb.
I love the little waddle he does when he catches a touchdown. But then, like, it's so infuriating when you're playing against it. Like, it is the most annoying thing.
Who now? Who do you think? Who do you think can sneak in here? You think? I don't think Brian's, Maggie, or Jeff are really out of it. But of those three, who
No.
do you think has the best chance to propel himself into the playoffs?
Jeez. And everybody but Jeff.
You don't think Jeff does?
Nah, I'm just joking. I think that's like a 33.3, you know. That's all those teams. Who do you think had the best shot then
The best shot of these three.
of those three?
We got Josh Allen and Diggs. That's it.
Which
That's his team
but
right now.
but like Josh Allen
Probably.
and Diggs, but like yeah, everybody's saying the same thing. Okay, yeah. If they're not any good though, Josh Allen's hurt, and then if he
Brian's
doesn't
had
get
some
the
really
double
bad
dip,
weeks because of that. Because he doesn't
yeah.
get like the elite games from them. Maggie,
I don't know. I
I
think
thought.
Maggie could sneak in there.
You think Brian can?
No, I think Maggie.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
I would
Maggie
say
too.
I
I
think
think
Maggie might be my favorite too. I mean, she's got Montgomery sitting here after Herbert just got put on IR. She's got Sutton sitting down here, and even though this offense has been a dumpster fire, he hasn't been terrible.
mm-mm.
So yeah, I mean
I,
Maggie's team looks pretty scary. Dalvin Cook,
mm-hmm.
And Dalvin Cook just went off, I think, this last week.
yeah. I do think Jeff's team is pretty good too, but he's also sitting at 4-6, so
Yeah,
he's in a
I
deep
think
hole right now.
I think that's the problem though. Like I think Jeff's got a great team now,
Oh, he's
but
got Ken
like
Walker on by.
yeah,
Oh, who's he
but
play
I
this
think
week?
that one extra win Maggie has is gonna do gonna put him down where he shouldn't be.
He plays Christie this week. It's a good week. I mean, yeah.
Oh, if she does it again, I'm gonna lose
uh,
it.
so anyway, yeah, I don't know. This is a fun one though. Like this season just feels like it's gonna be one where it's gonna be everybody in the top 9 right now is really still gonna be in it for the next couple weeks at the least, and then come playoff time, man, that's gonna be a bunch of powerhouses going up against each other. That's gonna be crazy. And what's fun is that we did change the rules so that if the higher seed you get to manipulate things a little more. So we'll see how things shape up in a month because the way it works, 3 will play 6 by default and 4 will play 5. But the 3 seed, so right now if it happened, Danny, you would get to choose whether you play James or Ange. And then once you decide on whoever you want to play, Jeremy, since you're the 1 seed, you would get to choose to be on the top side where you would play the winner of Danny and whoever he picks, or you'd play the winner of Joe and whoever he picks. So it's going to be interesting because people may want to shuffle things around just to give themselves a little bit better of a chance. So anyway, cool. Well, I think I'm gonna call it right there. Actually, though, I can't be on too late tonight.
You sounds
And
good. Well, good luck, guys. I hope you guys got good games this week.
you too, man. You too.
Yep. Take my freebie against Chad, hopefully.
Woo.
Oh my gosh! You
Woo.
don't
You
say
said the
you don't
words.
you don't you
You
don't
said
say
the
things like
words.
that. Why
Woo.
would you do that?
Woo.
It's all right.
Yeah, it probably is all right. His best player's on bye. Lucky you. His 2 best players are on bye. Oh, it's hilarious right there.
It's so funny. Wait a second. Go back down.
Hmm?
Oh, that Wilson guy was on. Okay, he was on by last week. I was
Jeff
like
Wilson's on bye. Oh, Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
I was like he didn't play either one of them, but I know why now. So it makes more sense.
Cool. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna bounce.
All
All
right.
right.
See you
Peace
guys.
out,
Yep.
everybody.
Have
Have
a
a
good
good
one,
one.
guys.
All right. You
Thank-
too.